wanted to chime in on how we can use some of our hardest times to optimize our hair growth, and or not just optimize our hair growth, but bring awareness and lessons that are going to assist us not just in our hair growth but in life. So let's get into this. First and foremost, when we're going through hard times, it is not fun. It's actually sometimes a little traumatizing, maybe a little upsetting, makes you angry, makes you want to see things in negative lights, and it's crazy because I definitely understand. But the craziest part is we are not going to be in that situation forever. So with that, we have to uplift ourselves in those moments and times, because everything in life is not beautiful. Even though we can try to make things look beautiful, everything is not the best. Sometimes it is some of the most craziest moments to get you into a newer chapter in your life, or to release things, and or to do a better you, meaning a new character. And when we're going through those times, it's actually really hard, because you may be seeing a lot of changes on your body due to all the stress that's building up. Our cortisol situations, our hormones, our other areas, we get triggered. Sometimes even certain diseases start occurring in the body, and that is not fun. It's actually kind of sad, because why would we want to be going through a situation like that? Well, the coolest thing, I'm not going to say it's cool, but the craziest thing about those situations when we have dis-ease show up in the body is actually letting you know that there's something wrong. So if we didn't have those situations happening, it would be a continuing factor of doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's kind of crazy. That is actually the definition of insanity, to do things over and over and to expect different new results. And I'm not calling you crazy. Sometimes situations in life make us start getting into certain routines that we do not like and enjoy, and we have to keep doing them because we have all these obligations, responsibilities, and it just becomes a cycle of other effects. And I understand, but your hair growth is resulting on you to build up an awareness of newness, change, and experience. So with all of that, yes, you may have had those situations happening. They may even be occurring right now. But the coolest part about that situation happening is you are now learning that you have to do something different in order to get a new result, or it's going to get worse and other things are going to start happening that you may not want. And that is something that I know for a fact it does not feel good. It's a crying moment, a stifling moment, sometimes a shocking moment, because you never thought these things would happen. But the coolest thing about all of this is God is good, period, all the time. And it says that you will never get anything that you are not able to handle, first and foremost. And secondly, you are the epitome of newness in life, and our bodies are like computers, even better. We can re-edit, re-change, reshift. We can renew, rejuvenate ourselves. And there is a season for everything. There is a season for everything. There is a season for everything. So when we hear there is a season for everything, note sometimes illnesses come up in that too. You know how they say in marriages, I'm not married, but in sickness and health, same thing. It's like a covenant of situations that can occur in life. In Ecclesiastes says time for mourning, time for grieving. Those are the same thing. Time for mourning, time for happiness, time for sadness, time for sorrow, time for excitement, newness as well, wars, peace, endings, beginnings. It's the cycle of life. Things happen in life, and that does not mean we stop right there and we just stay there and stay stuck. That is living in hell if we're going to stay stuck and not do anything else to do it. If we're seeing sorrow, and the blessings of the Lord make it rich, so he adds no sorrow to our situation. So when we see these things occurring, you should be praising and saying thank you. And I have to remind myself even now in situations, because yes, they may be happening, but at the end of the day, You are to get routed into a new, beautiful chapter in life. Think of a caterpillar to a butterfly. It goes through the metamorphosis in a cocoon, and it has to go through all that dreariness inside, pulling apart pieces to get to the newness of being beautifully in its wings and things. And at first, that caterpillar was eating, enjoying all the food, but then it had to get wrapped up into a new situation that was not per se wanting. The cocoon is tight, it's a lot of moisture and murkiness, and it's dark, and we have butterflies, then the butterfly expand, and it doesn't go to just cocoon butterfly. You got to break through, you got to slide on out. Nothing can help that process. If it does, it can kill it because it's moving too quick. Think of that. The wings have to open up and expand on its own time, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to see life in that manner, even when we're going through those experiences, because our hair is going to show the reflection of what we're going through at that moment in time. And why? Because our hair is a life force energy. Yes, your hair is a life force energy. It feels, it senses, it knows what you are going through. And so when you are experiencing those things, it's really sad sometimes, and may see loss and brittleness and fragility and all of that. But the part of the other side is that healing, new experience, new time, opportunity to become a new you. That playing roles is getting the support you need in those processes. And yes, you're talking about hair growth, but your hair is a life force. It feels the things around, so you have to get your team of doctors, specialists, healers, counselors, pastors, or going to your spiritual space, trusted support, love, community. All of that is a part of that in your hair growth, because your hair growth, again, is going to express what you're going through at that moment. It actually is protein. Protein is amino acids are the building blocks of protein, and amino acids are the basic unit of basically everything in our body. So when we are thinking about that, and our hair is keratin, which is a form of protein, we are really starting to see where we need to bring ourselves together and get the denatured parts out of us, meaning the proteins, and going ahead and switching that and getting it to synthesize into the space that we want it to. And with that being said, your healing parts and pieces is not just about getting medicines and calling it a day. There's other pieces that can assist in that process. You can do conventional, you can do alternative medicines, Western and Eastern at the same time. You really need to do what's best for you and your body. But one of the things that can assist truly on that pattern process, getting right foods, getting into nature, having time to reflect, and getting away from the situations that caused and triggered the stressors that cause the cycle of the situations to occur. And let's say this is a test time for Creator, for you and your body and life and mind and whatever you're going through. You give praise and continue on in these processes, because at the end of the day, when you are going through situations, they are to see how you are going to react to things. It's not just about, hey, I'm going through this situation. It's more so about, how are you going to handle that situation? Are you going to be a grumpy bear? Are you going to be excited, or are you going to tackle it on with a good heart? Are you going to blame others? Are you going to have a new perception on things? Are you going to handle yourself with care? Are you going to make it a teaching experience? Are you going to document your journey, like, yes, the journey of going through that situation? Or are you going to just be there and just wallow and pass? In actuality, when you do things like that, your frequency in your body gets lower and lower, and that is getting you to a state of actually death, in a sense, versus being in your highest vitality, which is love, the highest frequency. So self-love is the best love, and I say it over and over again because it is true. And when you are going through these situations, you are going to reboot your body, your DNA, your brain, all the cool things in your body, and it's gonna make you into a better version of yourself and recreate your DNA and body system, organs, and of course your hair is on that process, because at the end of the day, hair is one of the last things to grow on the body. That, glowing skin, and long nails. And with that being said, we really have to start getting to the core of where our situations are aspiring and coming from, and actually getting to the root cause of things versus just wallowing it off, minding it, and keeping it going. Because yes, we have a very busy life, but just those little moments of taking time for yourself, taking deep breaths, emotionally regulating, things of that is really going to switch the effects of what you're going through, no matter what you are experiencing. I highly recommend in that process you allow Creator to be a part of your journey, because Creator is the source of everything and wants an intimate relationship with you from the get-go anyways, not just in these bad times, but in the highest times too. So when you go into your healing space, don't forget to bring Creator in there with you, because that is going to be the highest vitality of living. There are so many people that have basically everything you can think of, and they still are negative Nancy's and draining Darrens and all of these things because of the mindset. Having a mindset of clarity, peace, joy are going to bring the highest things. And when I'm saying all of this, start making sure you get preventative care on all your body checkups, all of that. And that's again letting your healthcare part be in there too, because hair is not the only thing. That is actually kind of vain to only think about your hair, and we are not living here to be just adorned in jewelry and such. And yes, I do love jewelry and things, but to be in your inner beauty and the inside is the number one thing that is going to get you through any situation, any problem, any of those things. And I highly recommend, while we're talking about all of this, to go to the story of Job and go ahead and start listening and hearing what he went through, the different perspectives he were given on his situation, and how he was able to resurface and become a better version of himself in that process. And with that being said, I again am Tree from Tree Essentials. I'm a certified wellness specialist and as well an advanced natural hair consultant, and I can truly get you on your highest journey with your hair growth in an accelerated manner. You can go ahead, book a consultation, but as well join my free community where I have a plethora of resources to get you on your holistic hair care journey. And with that being said, you have a great day and or night. Oh, we are restoring our trees to grow. Essentially, yes, our hair is a tree because we are like a plant, and we have the ability to plant seeds, inspire others, and aspire change. So you have a great day and or night, and I truly look forward to working and seeing you all soon. All right, have a good one.